Hi everyone, welcome to step 4, which is going to be treatment and protection. Two things that I feel like go hand in hand. One is going to solve the problems you have now, and the other is going to prevent more from happening. Because I personally think with skincare, the best thing you can do is avoid the problem altogether, which is kind of how I associate with life. I'm kind of the person that's I don't even want to make the mistake to learn from it to begin with. I'd rather just not make it in the first place. But that's definitely how I feel about skincare, is it's better to protect and prevent than it is to treat and undo. Because why try to fix a problem if you don't make it in the first place? So we'll start with protection, because I feel like that is something that is a little bit more important. So protect, I mean taking care of your skin, wearing sunscreen, and keeping it in a good state of mind. So like I mentioned in the last video, moisturizers are important. They're good to plump the skin and bring moisture back into the skin and raise the water content. Now, this can also tie in with step 4, which is, keeping your skin hydrated. And if you wash your face and then don't put moisturizer on afterwards, and your skin is feels a little bit dry, or it had some of its water content removed, it might send more oil. It might not react well to the environment, to other things like that. So it's just kind of a good idea to make sure that you moisturize. And this is, protection also has to do with sunscreen, and that's the main thing is sunscreen. And there's a few products that can deal with both treatment and prevention, and I'm going to mention that in the treatment section. But now sunscreen is the last step that you need for your skincare. So you do your cleanser, your toner, your moisturizer, or your cleanser, your toner, your serum, treatment, whatever, and then your moisturizer, and then your sunscreen comes at the very, very end. Because that is you want to keep it on top as a layer of protection, rather than it's not going to do very much if it's underneath everything. So the first thing that I want to mention that I really, really like is the Shiseido Ultimate Sun Protection Cream, and I've used this quite a while. This is my second bottle. I have this one to go through next, the Shiseido Urban Environment UV Protection Cream. But all in all, I just think Shiseido sunscreens are made really, really well. I personally like to head towards the mineral or organic sunscreens, which are your titanium dioxides and your zinc oxides. Josh Collier's done an amazing video on zinc oxide that I just have found so helpful through the years, and I will link it below, and that's where I really kind of got a lot of my knowledge from. But zinc oxide is a natural anti-inflammatory, as well as a mineral. I mean, it's a mineral chemical compound, but it does come from zinc, which is a naturally occurring mineral from the earth. I think some research has proven that you need more chemical sunscreens to make the sunscreen broad spectrum, whereas you really only need zinc and titanium in order to make the sunscreen broad spectrum, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just, I find that this is really, really smooth. It doesn't make my skin too oily or greasy. It's a nice kind of base for makeup, because you do have those minerals in there that kind of almost create a smooth powder-like, not extremely powdery, but a smooth layer for underneath your makeup, and so it's kind of like a primer almost as well. There's a few other things. The Anthelios Mineral, Anthelios 50 from La Roche-Posay, which has SPF 50. I think that's, I'm not sure they do, oh yeah, broad spectrum SPF 50. Again, this is pure mineral. This has octane oxide in it, which is the one chemical that I have found that doesn't bother my skin. And this can go around your eyes, whereas chemical sunscreens tend to, at least for me, they bother my eyes really badly. But this one, oh, excuse me, you can get from, I think, Ulta, CVS, and Walgreens, and it's a French pharmacy brand, and I like this. It's really, really thin, so it's great if you have an oilier skin, an oily or sensitive skin. The smell's kind of funky, but that doesn't bother me because I know that there's not any added fragrance in there or anything like that. A really, really basic sunscreen. There's not any special antioxidant ingredient. Well, I guess there is. Is it light proof? Yeah. Yeah, so it's a good one. Also, when in doubt, if you want a gentle sunscreen, just buy a baby sunscreen. They make the baby, like a liquid, I think, by Neutrogena. This is the Pure and Free Baby Sunscreen SPF 60 that has zinc and titanium, but they have Neutrogena's Pure and Free, which I think doesn't have any chemicals. It's just mineral or organic sunscreens. So just when in doubt, go for the organic sunscreens, because They won't bother your skin. You can use them around your eyes. They're broad spectrum all on their own. But oftentimes companies will use chemical sunscreens because they don't give that white cast. They don't, they're not as thick. But you just need to also remember that when you blend the sunscreen in the way it needs to be, you need to put quite a bit on and blend it. And at first it will look white and it'll look kind of scary. But as it dries down and as it's absorbed into your skin, the white cast goes away. So, you know, it's like people are scared of how it looks initially, but don't judge things from the very beginning. I like to use sunscreen on my face, my neck, my ears, the back of my neck, and the back of my hands. Keep in mind the back of your hands, because if you're driving and you have skin that's, you know, it's not protected from the UVA and UVB rays, you're going to get sunspots. That's how you can tell someone's age, is they have spotty hands. So, and that's what I do with sunscreens like this, like the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Liquid, which is pure chemical sunscreens. I use this on the back of my hands because I don't like it for my face, but it's still, I want to use it, you know, so you can keep one in your car, but just know that if it gets too hot, it's gonna ruin your sunscreen, so keep that in mind as well. Now for treatment, which is kind of your little Control Z or your little eraser. There are products that are good for prevention and treatment, and those are going to be your vitamin C serums. Now I have this one, I just got this one recently, the Paula's Choice Resist C15 Super Booster, 15% vitamin C with vitamin E and ferulic acid. It's sort of like her response to CE Ferulic from SkinCeuticals, which is also supposed to be really, really great, but is quite pricey. And for me, I'm starting out with serums, with vitamin C serums, so I didn't want to get the really, really expensive one yet because I wasn't sure that I was going to entirely like the idea of using a vitamin C serum. Just know, vitamin C serums are not supposed to smell orangey. The other one that I have is the Mario Badescu Vitamin C Serum. Notice, well, this one's not completely light proof, but they're tinted in tinted glass bottles because any light that gets into this bottle is going to ruin the vitamin C. And if you put bad vitamin C on your face, it's basically like going out in unprotected sun, but 10 times worse. It has adverse effects. This one kind of smells orangey, and I don't notice that it has. There's no fragrance in here, but it does have, let's see, cucumber, ginseng, aloe vera, collagen, hyaluronic acid, and lavender. I don't know why lavender's in there, but it is. So this is something, you're supposed to use this one at nighttime, which I find kind of strange because technically they're supposed to increase the benefits of what your sunscreen can do, so I feel like you should be using them during the day underneath your sunscreen. Underneath your moisturizer as well. Oh my god, that's a spider. Oh god, no. Yeah, so during the daytime. You can probably use them at nighttime as well. Once or twice daily. I think it's up to you. But I just know that they're typically made to, they're antioxidants, so they're going to fight free radicals and pollution and smoke and all that kind of stuff. So I just feel like it's more useful to use it during the daytime underneath your moisturizer and your sunscreen. So those are both treatments because they will add a lot of brightness and they will correct tone and provide just an overall glowy kind of look and bright look to your skin, but they're also helping to prevent problems from getting worse because it is antioxidants on your skin. It's going to fight the free radicals and help work with your sunscreen to be more effective. There's kind of like treatments that you can use. I've been really into the Perricone MD Blue Plasma lately. I use this at nighttime and it's a non-abrasive exfoliant. Smells really fishy, but it's quite good, and it does make your skin so soft. And I do notice an improvement in kind of texture and tone overall. Not an extreme difference because I do have pretty deep and lots of scars, but yeah, definitely I have noticed a brightened difference. There's retinol treatments like the Perricone Night Recharge Red Algae Astaxanthin. This is to help to brighten up your skin. Retinol is really good for fixing tone and fixing, you know, there's obviously laser treatments and stuff like that that you can get done in microdermabrasion, but these are sort of over-the-counter cosmetic products that you can use that won't be as effective as, you know, dermatological treatments, but is it dermatologic treatments, yeah, but can be a nice answer if you don't want to pay for, you know, a treatment if you can't afford it, or if you just are kind of scared of going under the laser. It can be an option as well. You know, this is also where you would include your acne products. So my all-time favorite, Oil-Free Acne Stress Control 3-in-1 Hydrating Acne Treatment from Neutrogena. This is a BHA exfoliant to exfoliate the pore from inside out. Buffering lotion from Mario Badescu really helps to treat the cystic, helps to bring it to the surface so you can treat it. I love the drying cream from Mario Badescu. Really, really makes a big difference, I've noticed. And, you know, there's lots of serums out there that are really popular. That's kind of where you have to do your own research and figure out what you need and what brand is reputable and, you know, what's going to really make a difference. Yeah, it's, you know, most of the time they are made to do more than one thing. So it's all about what you need and what you find necessary and what you're willing to pay, because serums tend to be quite expensive. You know, a lot of them show really great results, but they are expensive. So don't know what else to say other than, you know, if you want to do a mask every once in a while, that's great. I'm probably leaving a lot out. If there's anything that anyone has to add, please do. If you have any questions, please ask me. I can answer, someone else can answer, we can share ideas. And thanks for watching. If you watched all of these, I don't know, this is my take on everything. Just know that this is not coming from anyone with any expertise or a license. This is just my personal preference and views and my personal research and my experience and what I've learned from it and, you know, what I find to be effective. So, yeah, I hope you guys found this helpful, and I will talk to everyone later. Bye, guys.